Part 1. White Clouds. Garland Moon. Mutiny in the Mist. When the warm winds blow from the sea to the south of Adrestia, residents of Fodlan know that the rainy season is upon them. Before the heavy rains take their toll, young women hurry to pick the last of the white roses. The ivory buds are woven into garlands and given as gifts to close friends or potential lovers.
There are new places to explore in the monastery. And we also got 3,000 G from the Church of Ceros for funding for the month.
Professor, I have a new mission for your students.
We have received reports that Lord Lonato has rallied troops against the Holy Church of Ceros.
Why would he do that?
Lord Lonato is a minor lord of the kingdom. He's been showing hostility toward the church for some time now.
A vanguard unit from the Knights of Ceros is already on its way to his stronghold, Castle Gaspar. Lord Lonato's army is nothing compared to the Knights. It is quite possible the rebellion has already been suppressed.
Even so, I would like for your class to travel with the Knights' rear guard to deal with the aftermath.
War zones are unpredictable. We do not expect you will have cause to battle, but be prepared for the worst.
Excuse me. You sent for me, Lady Rhea?
This is Catherine. She will be leading the Knights whom you will...
Nice to meet you. We've heard a lot about you. If you need anything, just ask.
She is one of our bravest knights, and that is no small feat. Only an exceptional few have what it takes to join the Knights of Ceros. This mission should prove useful in demonstrating to the students how foolish it would be to ever turn their blades on the church.
Alrighty then. Well, let's just move along then, shall we? It's Sylvian's birthday. Here you go.
So much.
And alright, here we go. So, we have allies who can now take the beginner exams. So, we can take a look, see if they can get a certification, and the game is so kind enough to give us some beginner seals. Playing online, let's see behaviors of other players around the world, yeah. So, we have the ability to explore the monastery, take a seminar, try to go for a battle, which, okay, we apparently can do. You can see things down below. Recommended level as well as reward, so suggested level 9, reward gold. 6 in gold, and 4 in meat. So if you want to go back out there and actually fight, you can do one of these. It's going to cost you a week, though. Same thing with the seminars. We know that we've done this before. I'm more interested in exploring, because every time a start of a month, the entire grounds will be changed. But before that, let's look at the certification. Both me and Dimitri can go for an exam upgrade. And I want to say both of us actually... Yeah, you see the star next to our name, that means that we actually completed... It means that this character has completed their... class. So right now, Dimitri does not have the star over him compared to me. Meaning that while I could get rid of... I could promote Dimitri so that he's no longer a noble, he won't be getting that plus 5 health. So that's up to you whether or not you want to put him in and do that, or leave him as he is right now. I'm also going to recommend possibly saving. So, if we look at this, I can be a Myrmidon, a soldier, a fighter, or a monk. If you notice, odds of passing, 65, 65, 25, and 100. It has to be so high, I can't remember exactly what. It has to be so high, though, for you to be able to take the exam. So, obviously, odds of passing 25 is too low. You also see that every class has exam tests, so what you need to actually do it. So, to guarantee your chances of passing to be a Myrmidon, you need to have Sword of D or higher. A Soldier is Lances of D or higher. fighter, you need to have axes, bows, or brawl at AD or higher, and a monk, you need to have reason or face at AD or higher. And also see what you're gonna get. So as a Myrmidon, compared to my commoner, I am getting 1 extra speed out of this. If I want to be a soldier, I'd be getting extra dexterity. A fighter would give me extra strength, and a monk would give me extra magic and reason. If you actually notice, this is total, so I would be getting a little bit more out of that. So for me, it makes the most amount of sense to go to that of a Myrmidon. And because I was at 100, I passed. So, you can change your current class into the newly certified class. Yes, I'll do that. I have no reason to stay in my current class. And for Dimitri, I believe the circle around means that it's a guaranteed success. Yes, he had a 100% chance of becoming a soldier, compared to being a Myrmidon, fighter, or monk. So, I see... again, it could be useful to try and get the extra +5 health, but I think he will survive without it. So if you'd be so kind to become a soldier, and a worst case scenario, we could always have him go back to being a noble to get that +5, and I'm just gonna skip ahead a little bit.
Good results.
And you will also change. So because we took an exam, we cannot take another exam until next week. So despite the fact I have a 63% chance, each unit may only take 1 certification per day. And since we can only do it at the end of each week, yes. Also, if we look over... Is it? No, not in the beginner classes. Okay. Give me 1 second to pull up my information. Look through my notes to find what I have about the classes. Okay, so as I mentioned in... I think it was like the first extra episode. I think it was like probably episode 2 or 3. When you have your upgrades for level ups, is not only both based around their character, but also their class. So the Noble class gets a +5 chance to getting an increase in Charm. Commoners get nothing. And I didn't mention this before, but technically the Dancer class gets a +20 to health, a -5 in strength, a -5 in defense, a -5 in resistance, but a +10 in Charm. Now, for the beginner classes, Myrmidon will give you a +10% chance to get health, a +5 to get speed, a -5 in resistance, and a +5 to charm. Soldier is a 10 to health, 5 to dex, 5 to charm, and a -5 to resistance. The fighter is 10 to health, 5 to strength, 5 to charm, and -5 to resistance. And the monk is only 5 to health, but 5 to resistance and 5 to charm. So, technically, it has the lowest chances of getting level ups, but it's the only one that will increase your resistance. Potentially. Alright, with that out of the way, did give this some thought while I was out and about at work the other day. And, because I kept on going like, oh man, about Sylvian and the training sword. Looking back, I'm like, I realize now, yeah, let me just leave him the training sword. He has no reason to just stick with spears. Being good in spears and, say, swords is not a bad thing. It could help out. And I was thinking the same thing for Ingrid. I'm thinking... Oh, they don't have it. Oh, no. I think I'm gonna give her a training axe. That way, Ingrid and Sylvian can be different. Because I didn't realize, she has a spear, he has a spear, he has a spear. So, having people with extra utility is never a bad thing. I think, with that said, though, I'm going to stick purely with swords, and Dimitri can probably stick with spears. Dedue might not be bad with gauntlets. I'm just trying to think, though. I could give it a shot. We have the cash. And yeah, I'll deal with the inventories later on. Battalions, we still got nothing yet. Blacksmiths, we still got nothing. Nothing yet. Excuse me. I want to explore the monistary. Alright, so we got mission assistance. Ask for help from a student outside of your house, and that person will join you for battle and missions until the end of the month. You can only ask one student for help for each month, and that student will not earn any experience. So yes, they're essentially an extra unit. And apparently I do have the DLC Celsius. Forgot about you being here.
Quite some time in here, engaging in such idle chatter. Do you not know that we have not a moment left to waste?
I'm sorry, what? I should have listened more intently.
You must try harder from now on.
I feel like I'm missing something.
Try hard.
Okay, so apparently I do have the DLC. I don't remember getting it, but yes, DLC supplies are available. I'm not going to take them. I could. But, yeah, as you see, these are permanent upgrade items. I'd rather hold on to them, I guess, or personally not use them. Bulletin board, we see we got some quests today, and as well as we got the students to talk to. And there are items about. Have you seen my missing items? So yes, this one's from Gerald, but there are items that are going to be found out and about in the world that belong to different students. So whenever I find anything, I will make sure to come back, such as this. Tea of the Saints. I'll be showing these off as well when we get them. Either way, let's explore. Hello there.
Things we can't obtain here are likely obtainable by way of the underground. Are you unfamiliar with Garreg Mach's underground? The place is an absolute paradise for those who can't stay above ground.
Shady. Okay, in the training grounds, we got a couple of things out here. A dulled longsword. A worn iron longsword that feels quite heavy. It seems like something Dimitri would own. Tattered overcoat. An overcoat with many holes and tears. It probably belongs to someone who often finds themselves in fights. Wooden button. A button that seems to have been popped off a man's shirt. It probably belongs to someone with a large physique. So yeah, some of these are items that are going to be found out and about. They're always going to be found in the same location. However, something to keep in mind is that there are some items that will not become available to us if we are not of a specific house. So, for example, there is an item for Edelgard known as the Right Gloves, found in the Black Eagle classroom, as well as something for Claude in the reception hall. It is a leather bow sheath. We can find things for other people from other classes, such as I got that wooden button from the training grounds. That one belongs to Raphael. A tattered overcoat that belongs to Caspar, and I said I found something for Dimitri. Did I not? Yeah, I didn't have this one in my notes. When I looked things up, I didn't see a dull longsword on that list. That's odd. That means my list is not going to be perfect.
Come to think of it. Here to train? You really are as hardworking as they say.
That's right. I'm a force of nature.
Maybe the gossip's wrong. Hardworking people usually don't like to make a big fuss about it.
Fair enough. Hello there.
Catherine, Her skill is impressive, I'll admit. So is her sword. But I think she's hiding something. Nobody knows anything about her past. You should spar with her. She's strong. Stronger than you are, I'd bet.
I was rubbing off the wrong way.
Something about this situation doesn't feel right. Why would a minor lord raise an army against a foe he cannot possibly hope to defeat?
Lord Lonato must know that his efforts are futile, yet he can't help but fight. If I were in that situation, I would do whatever it took to ensure victory. You can count on that.
Alright, well, just north of the cafeteria, a hand-drawn map. A practical map of the forest made by Gerald. It probably belongs to someone who knows Gerald for a long time. Hand-drawn map. That would be Leone. Bernadetta hunting in your room as usual. So we could recruit her. We can ask her for mission assistance, or nothing. Depending on asking if she dropped anything, though. Oh, perfect, Raphael! Need food.
Hey, Professor, do you happen to have any food on you? I'm starving. No matter how much I eat before I train, I'm always so hungry after. My muscles must be going through a growth spurt.
That's a scary thought. So, we could decide to recruit him, but obviously, I don't have what's needed for it. We could ask him for mission assistance, but I have someone else in mind for this. Actually, I have a couple people in mind. But, first off, actually, wait. Oh, I probably have to talk to Jail before I can actually give away items. This plant has a strangeness.
This flower is one that is eating insects. Is that factual too? I am wondering who watches over the plants in Fodlan.
So it must be talking about some sort of, like, Venus flytrap. Either way, you... Yes, let's do some gardening. First off, I have to harvest my stuff, thank you. Oh, now we can actually give 2 seeds. So we can give 2 of one or 2 of different types. I never looked too much into the whole gardening thing. I probably should look a little bit more into it. But for right now... How about a boa fruit seeds and some mixed fruit seeds? Just infuse it with basic magic instead of using my money, and now we wait. Flane!
If the flowers within the greenhouse are removed, they will soon wilt and wither. Is that not so, Professor? I feel I can empathize with them. The flowers that thrive, despite their environment, are truly inspiring, are they not?
Alright, I believe we now have access to the dormitory's 2nd floor, yes. So, we can now explore up here, we can see the students' rooms and whatnot, explore around. Actually, tell us whose room it is. And who knows, we might be able to find something up here. Okay, well, there's nothing to be found up here except for this monk. Hello there.
Next month is when a very important ceremony will be taking place at the monastery. Pilgrims from all corners of Fodlan have already started to gather in anticipation. I pray that you are able to nip this trouble in the bud as soon as possible.
So apparently there's some more uncommon fish out here today, but I don't think I have any bait, unfortunately. Oh well, so sad. Either way, we got a quest from you.
What? I desired fresh air.
The wind feels nice. So you have a quest for me?
I have a favor to ask.
There's a solitude on the battlefield, but there are limits to what one can achieve alone. To be stronger or efficient, visit the Battalion Guild. Bring some reinforcements along, might give you the advantage in battle. Try talking to the Battalion Guildmaster. Alright. Simple enough. And over here we got insect larvae. Ugh. But alright, that quest should be very simple. First off, Gatekeeper!
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Have you talked with Catherine yet? If the Knights are the cream of the crop, she's the cream of the cream. Oh, and that relic of hers. I hear it's nothing short of amazing.
Relic! Yeah, that's something else we'll be dealing with later on. Hilda, I wasn't expecting you down here.
Professor, your clothes are a bit dirty. If you don't pay attention to your hygiene, the girls won't like you. I hate when my clothes get dirty. That's one of the many reasons I find it best to train as little as possible.
Well, that's just horrible. Okay.
Hey.
Either way. Oh, we got Anne! Or Anna.
Hey, Professor. How's it going? Making lots of coin? I'd love to catch up, but I'm super busy right now. Working. For money. You understand.
You're a merchant, so I definitely understand. We could try to recruit you. I think this is actually a DLC thing.
Hey, Professor. Fancy meeting you here. I've got a business, I've got something I want to chat with you about. I know you're busy with a lot of things, but I was wondering if I might be able to join you. Heck, I won't even charge you for my aid. What say you? It's a killer deal.
I will ask for your assistance.
Now I'll have plenty of time to get to know my clients better. A merchant needs to know the inner workings of everyone they come in contact with. Helps with the making of the monies, you know.
With that, Anna's going to be working for us. So, just like a student, she can join us for battles and whatnot. She was another one I couldn't find information off of, at least not easily. So I don't know, like, her ins and outs and all the abouts. But yes, I believe, yeah, she's already considered a Myrmidon, so she doesn't start off as unique. She starts off at level 5, so she's like a sword user. Trying to see, does she have any... What's the word? Trying to see if she had any abilities. I also see that she is a sword user as well as an sword and bow user, or at least that's like her goals. Anyways, want to hire a battalion?
What do you require?
So we can hire battalions for us, we can put them away. So, it's up to you. You can see, based around the gamut, some are physical, some are more magic-based. So, Disturbance, attack that results in prevents foe from moving the next turn. Onslaught, attack that pushes adjacent foes one tile away. Stride, allies gain get movement +5 until the end of their turn. So that's a great support one. White Magic, heal HP of allies in the area, range of 1. That might, that's probably going to be better for a mage than anything. Lore, attack that moves adjacent foes to the opposite side of the unit. So instead of being in front of me, they're behind me. Group Lance Attack, perform a lance attack in the area. Disturbance, attack that rattles the foe, preventing them from moving. Also, you can see, I didn't mention before, their grade. So we can only use the E grade ones, because for only E grade, there's also D and C rank ones. They're also expensive at like 1,000 and 1,000 plus each. I think I'll give you the Church of Seros soldiers.
Nice to meet you.
He'll have them with him. Felix does not get any, because he does not like having them. Mercedes, I think I'll give you Resonant White Magic.
Do you want to hire this battalion?
Leave it all to us.
I don't know how to give other people battalions. I'm just trying to think whether or not I want to spend the money on it right now. Also, you can only buy one at the moment, so yes. Ash? I mean, you're an archer. This might actually be good. Well, I think I might pick it for Ash, but that would actually just put his allies too far away. But it's definitely a good one.
Do you want to
Good support ability, it sounds like. And yeah, I'm gonna say we spent enough on that. You went to the Battalion Guild. Track how your battalions and those of others are faring. Although solitude is the true battle. Bring reinforcements with us, yes. I believe this is also how we can repair them.
Territories gather at the guild. There are even some that aren't affiliated with the Church of Seros. As we are allowed to hire them, you should visit the guild soon and come to your own conclusions. As they fight, battalions will lose endurance. When that happens, you can replenish their endurance by visiting the Battalion Guild in the market.
So yes, when their endurance hits 0, they will withdraw, providing no benefits until they are replenished.
What do you require?
So we can replenish. So right now, my guys are missing 8 units, so it will cost 8. These guys are missing 10, so 10, 17 for 17. Or I'm pretty sure there's just a replenish all button, so yeah.
Farewell.
If you plan on using battalions, I would say it's definitely the thing to go. We can also visit the armory and the item shop, but they should be the exact same as before.
Since we're heading to Castle Gaspar, that means we'll be passing through Magdred Way. The road is well known for its beautiful surroundings. Depending on the time of year, it can be incredibly foggy, though. When it's like that, you can't enjoy the lovely scenery. Lucky for us, it shouldn't be too foggy while we're there. Not that we'll have time for sightseeing, anyway.
Well, if it does get foggy, we'll make sure to bring a torch to increase our line of sight. Which is something that we'll talk about when we actually have to deal with line of sight. I don't remember it happening too often, but it can happen sometimes. It can be a little bit annoying. Anyways, welcome to the Knight's Hall and the stables. That person just popped out of existence. Just. So yeah, this is a new area we can go to. Hello there.
Oh, hello, Professor. Was there something you needed?
I came to see the horses.
Oh, you like horses? I like them too. They're such kind creatures.
Sylvian.
Oh, it's the professor. Have you seen Felix around? I swear, as soon as you take your eyes off him, poof, he's gone.
Saw him in the wait. I saw him in the training grounds.
Of course he's there. Sorry for bothering you, Professor. Thanks.
You're welcome. I don't know why I always get his name wrong.
I hear that Lord Lonato served the King of Fargus's older brother when he was younger. Or something like that. He already had status and prestige. So why raise a rebellion? I guess it's none of my business.
Perhaps he is nothing more than a puppet being used by another. Hello there, Lindhart.
Professor, I feel I must speak to you about Caspar's eating habits. I've never seen the like of it. He inhales entire plates of food in mere seconds.
That sounds unhealthy. He must have a healthy appetite, though.
Hence my mentioning it to you. Good luck with him.
Alright, hello there.
Ah, today's meal was delicious. Linhart keeps bothering me about eating too fast. Says I'm gonna choke or something.
Be safe to eat. It is not safe to eat so quickly. When you're busy, there's no alternatives.
Absolutely. I knew you'd see things my way.
I got a couple of people on here, alright. First off, a School of Sorcery book. Textbook for the Kingdom School of Sorcery. It probably belongs to someone who wants to go to that school. That would go to Annette.
If you have a moment, I would like a word. It has been brought to my attention that certain individuals have been making advances toward Flame. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Not at all.
If you do see anyone getting too close with Flame, please inform me of it at once.
Of course, Professor. Okay, what are you? Angeliati? Oh, here you are, Thomas!
I'm sorry.
Oh no, Hanneman.
I must vent to someone, Professor. You're familiar with Manuela's slovenly behavior, yes? That woman. She borrowed a book last week and returned it with stains of unknown origin on the cover and several pages either folded or torn. Just now, she dropped a sandwich on the floor, picked it up, and kept eating. When she saw my shock, she said simply, 3-second rule. Ugh.
Ew, okay. That's a little gross, but okay. Hello there, Claude.
Hey, Teach. There's some minor noble rebelling in Fargus, right? He has no chance of winning. I wonder what he hopes to achieve. Huh? Are you going along to help? Sounds like an easy victory, but good luck out there.
Thank you. Ew, what do we got here? Top fishing spots. A list of the places where fish are most likely to gather in the fishing ponds. Someone put a lot of effort into this. It's mine now.
Goodness.
Hello there.
I heard about your class's assignment, by the way. Good luck subduing those treasonous nobles.
Oh, Leone, I didn't see you before. Right near the battle arena place.
I'm standing here so I can be the best there is, just like Captain Gerald. Do you think I've got it in me to be a top-tier mercenary, Professor?
It depends on how hard you work. You don't want to bring the money, huh?
I'm going to work a lot harder than all the fancy nobles around here, I can tell you that.
So I guess the other option was the one that she would have liked. Odd, I didn't think she'd be someone to be into the money. Oh, okay. Right out here, what do we got? A wooden flask. A flask that gives off a strong alcoholic smell when opened. You seem to recall Gerald keeping it on his person.
I can't believe it. This place has so many breathtaking works of art. I feel like I'm living in a museum. Each piece can teach us about styles and techniques from 1,000 years ago.
Do you know a lot about art? Do you like art?
Oh yes, very much. I'm from a family of merchants, so I've been able to see a lot of art.
What have you been able to tell the difference between originals and fakes? Okay, ooh. An elegant hairpin. An elegant hair clip. Like it belongs to someone with grace. A lovely gift for most anyone. An elegant hair clip. That would go to Rhea. Makes sense, considering this would be essentially her room.
Pointing a sword at the Holy Church of Seiros is akin to pointing a sword at the goddess herself, meting out appropriate punishment to the sinful. It is a sacred duty with which we have been entrusted. As a member of the church yourself, I hope that you will take that to heart.
Oh, what do we got right here? A sketch of a sigil! That definitely belongs to Hanneman. Anything else? And I believe that's the last of the items that can be found out and about.
Did you hear? There's news of someone in the kingdom raising an army. The kingdom, the empire, the alliance. They do love a good war, don't they? Spilling the blood of young men and women. And for what? Just to enjoy the horror of it?
You have a quest for me.
So kind as to do me a favor?
It's extremely important that professors tend to their own studies as well. If you agree, I'd be more than happy to share my knowledge. You will receive faculty training from Manuela. Select a skill and start training. Note that accepting this quest will extend activity points. Alright. So accept the quest, learning from the best. So I can have her teach me in swordsmanship, teach me in faith, or teach me in flying. Hold on one sec. I think I'll have you teach me some faith. Because it does seem like I have something in it.
Thank you,
It's fun to learn like this, even as adults. How about we get the others to join up as well? I'm sure they'll be elated to participate. With that, we receive some faculty training. It did cost us one of our activity points for the day, though, so do keep that in mind, but it's another way of trying to get some experience without having to actually do a seminar. Pros and cons. Seminar gets a bunch of students to learn at one time, compared to that one, which only is useful to me, but it allows me to do more things in a day compared to just using one. Da-da-da-da-da. Thomas, here you are.
Professor, I heard that you may battle alongside Catherine. Even among the knights, she is something special. A holy knight who is able to wield a hero's relic. Still, she can be a mite difficult.
Ah, hello there. Castle Gaspar, eh?
Castle Gaspar, eh? I've been there once before, many years ago. It was by request of the son of that family, Christoph, I think it was.
So you have a quest for me.
I have a request.
It seems I lost something. When you have a minute, could you help me look for it? Gerald dropped something. Search the monastery and find it for him. You should try looking near the captain's quarters that Gerald is occupying. So, lost and found.
Thanks for your help.
That was helpful. Feels good, doesn't it? If you come across any lost items, be sure that you find their owner right away. I'm pretty sure we'd show them off, but just to be safe. I'm at the wrong page. We need the wooden flask that was found on the second floor lobby. We had... Wait, what? Was it just the flask? I thought he had more. Okay. I gave him the wooden flask. Okay. Gifts lost and found. Use the gift option to increase your support points with others by giving them things that they like. A gift will also increase an ally's motivation. You may sometimes find lost items around the monastery. Use the lost option to return them to their owner and increase support points. As with gifts, an ally's motivation will also increase. So, gifts are a great way of trying to increase students' morale through uses other than, say, food and... no, I don't want to end. Through things other than just food or by prayer. There should be somebody around over this side. So keep that in mind. You're gonna have to get the gifts, which can be a little bit hard to get, as well as knowing who's gonna like what. But yes, hello there.
Those Abyssian idiots. All they ever do is cause trouble. We'd best purge the entire underbelly of Garreg Mach.
Professor Hanneman. Now that I can start giving gifts, I believe. Hold on. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, because I got one extra thing that wasn't on my list. I said I had 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7. I'd have 8 if I still had the wooden flask. I would have 9 if I had the golden deer, because I could find a leather bow sheath for Claude. Or I'd have 9 if we were doing the Black Eagles with Edelgard, finding her white glove in her classroom. So, you are a sketch of a sigil.
I can't believe I left this behind. Oh, thank you so much for retrieving it.
Leone!
I'm steady.
I believe I have something that belongs to you. A hand-drawn map.
Oh, that's mine. Thanks so much for finding it.
Raphael! I believe this is your wooden button.
Oh, hey! I can't believe I dropped this. Thanks for bringing it to me.
Caspar! I believe this is your tattered overcoat.
Yeah, that's definitely mine. You really saved me with this. I owe you one, Professor.
Lady Rhea, hello there. I believe this is your elegant hairpin.
Yes, that is surely mine. I appreciate you bringing this to me.
She can also give you faculty training. I didn't show that off as jails. So, swordsmanship, unarmed, brawling, reason, and faith. Alright, north of the stables, over to the training grounds. They do!
His Highness is strong, but on the front lines, anything can happen. Losing him would be devastating for Fargus. I hope the Church understands that.
Yeah, it would also end the game. Hello there, Dimitri.
Doubtless, there are times when one must take up their blade, even if there's no chance of winning. But this, it's downright senseless. Lord Lonato knows better. If he had enough allies to back his rebellion, it would be a different matter.
How so?
My apologies. I was just thinking aloud. This whole situation is a bit too strange for my liking. Even with the necessary preparations in place, there is always a chance that something unexpected will occur. Please be ready for anything, Professor.
I'll do my best. First off, I believe this is your longsword?
Oh, thank you. I have been looking for this. But how did you know it was mine?
Call it a hunch.
Lost item.
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, if you find something that doesn't belong to them, they just go like, huh, yeah, no, I don't know who that belongs to. Anyways, you have a quest for me.
Do me a favor?
Have you heard of Abyss? I don't know what it is, but ever since I heard the name, I've been curious about it. If you don't mind, could you do a little investigating? Investigate the stories about Abyss. Maybe the traveling merchants who come and go know something about the place. Lawrence.
It is a noble's duty to protect the common folk, not to endanger them by rallying armies in such a feckless and improper manner. Abuse of that kind is no better than slavery. A proper noble must guard the people from such a fate, wouldn't you say?
I agree.
Precisely why true nobility is well respected.
Alright, unfortunately I don't have anything for you.
Professor?
Oh, I do not have my business here yet, really? So, yes, it won't let me go down there for whatever reason. Despite the fact there's already a student down there! Yeah. Hello there?
Catherine has invited me to train with her. How much do you think I should train before I'm ready to train with someone that strong?
You need to train for the training for training? Dorothea!
Are you going to fight alongside the Knights of Seiros?
Let me know if you meet anyone I might be interested in, okay? Hello.
Okay, and something else over this way. The best pest practices. A list of different pests that target different cultivation. Complete with methods of eradicating each. You wouldn't want to be a bug in this greenhouse, that's for dang sure. Hello there, girls.
I've heard whispers about Lord Lonato. They say he's a very kind and gentle lord. Why would such a kind man suddenly raise an army? Oh, Professor, you were working late last night, weren't you? You shouldn't overdo it. A ghost might rise up from the well to get you if you stay up too late. Or so I'm told.
You have a quest for me.
I have a favor to ask of you.
Those who struggle with private concerns will sometimes visit the cathedral for guidance. If you have the time, why not offer your keen insight? Talk to the cathedral consular to learn of various troubles plaguing the people of the monastery. To help solve them all, you will have to become close with many different people. So it's another way of just trying to get to increase morale and better understand people. The more you understand the students, the better, as well as the chance of giving the answer they want, the more friendship and whatnot you can get out of it. Words of wisdom. Hello there.
We're going on a mission with the Knights, right? I wonder if... Oh, sorry, it's nothing. I was just wondering if someone I've been searching for might be among them.
I hope you find whoever you're looking for.
Thank you. I'm definitely gonna find him one of these days.
So, I believe this is your School of Sorcery book?
Oh, that! I thought it was gone for good. How did you know it was mine?
Lucky guess.
Right.
Ingrid!
Why does His Highness take the side of the people of Dusker? I just don't understand it. Only 4 years ago, they murdered our king and slaughtered the soldiers and knights who were with him, all of whom were innocent. Even if he can forgive them, I can't. Not ever. What they've done is against all codes of honor and ethics.
Actually, what items do we got? Oh, sorry, not lost item. What gifts do we have? An armored bear stuffy, riding boots, a whetstone, and a tactics primer. A book containing the basics of tactics. It doesn't look like it's been read much. So it seems like the one is someone specific. So each one is going to be their own thing. So a someone who enjoys weapon maintenance, someone who likes horseback riding, and someone who loves animals or cute things. You can give those to your own students to increase their morale, or give it to other students to increase your friendship with them and possibly get support ranks. Assuming that you know what each person is going to like, or you can always just do the trial and error method. Hello there. Would you like to read a note from the advice box? Yes. Each month, people will approach the counselor with their concerns. Select a response that will satisfy them, and your support points will increase. There are many men in the world, as there are stars in the sky, but you meet a few good men during your time on this planet. How do you meet a worthy partner? All you can do is wait patiently, man or no man, lots of people care about you. It might be time to give up completely. Okay, probably not the, yeah, no, that's probably the one she wanted. And they don't seem to be for Manuela. Manuela is satisfied with the response.
Thank you so much for your help.
And quest complete. This did not take any away of our points, but there's only so many notes you're gonna find per day. So, yes. I have always despised the heat, even as a child. Still, one must be prepared to fight anywhere, no matter the conditions. Have you any advice for enduring the heat? Fight it off using magic. Look for clothing and armor that breathes better. Heat is a natural part of life, so learn to enjoy it. Look for clothing and armor that breathes better. Alright.
Please, Professor, there must be some mistake. Lonato would never raise arms against the church. At least, he never said anything to me about it.
Yes, I believe he actually has connections to Lonato. Discovered and adopted by Lonato, Lord of the region. Yes. So, that's gonna be, awkward.
Lord Lonato. He used to stay at the monastery rather frequently. He was such a pious man, a true believer. Such a terrible shame. I wonder what changed him.
Oh, you're a bit far away there, Eloise.
Past here is the holy mausoleum where the saints of the Church of Seros slumber. Sorry, but only a select few members of the church are allowed entry.
Understandable.
It's open to the public on only one day of the year for the goddess's rite of rebirth.
Alright. You can teach me in axes, hand-to-hand, or in heavy armor. Alright, my last student to talk to, Lycicia.
The monastery grounds are far too spread out. Feels like it takes hours to get from one area to another. And no, that's not because I'm getting lost. I'm a fully capable, mature person who never gets lost.
Very well then. Would you like to join me on my mission? Ask Lycicia for help with this month's mission. She will help us with the mission. So, with that, she cannot gain any experience, but she can be with us. So it's essentially a good way of trying to get support with a character. I don't want to end the day. I keep hitting the button by accident. Hitting the wrong button by accident. It's a good way of trying to build support other than just the use of items and talking to them and everything else. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean.
Abyss? You're interested in that place, are you? Ancient sprawling remains deep below Garrick Mach. That's Abyss. Some folks have made their home there. Obviously, they all have their reasons and tales to tell. But only the most enterprising merchant would venture near it. My advice, avoid going there yourself.
Alright. She also has some things to tell us. So, swords, axes, bows, reason, or faith. Interesting to see how many people actually have that. Anyways, we have our information. Dimitri. Abyss, a dangerous area below Garrick Mach that folk tend to avoid. I can't believe that such a place has existed right under our noses. This might have an effect on public order beyond Garrick Mach, too. Alright. With all of this out of the way, all that's left now is just to spend my activity points, so... let's eat a meal. It's Sweet Tooth Week. I was gonna say, some of these people really love sweets. How about Lycicia and Mercedes?
Eating delicious food really takes my worries away.
This is my absolute favorite. How did you know, Professor?
So our bonds have grown, and motivation increased. And we... okay, we can't do today's special, but we could do the full menu if we so wish. I think, however, I'd rather spend my other activity point over at the church. For some choir practice. And I want to take Petra and... Annette? There you are. Although you're already full up on your motivation, so how about Dimitri instead?
Learning these things gives me great difficulty.
It is not guaranteed to be good, even if everyone sings...
Yeah, I don't think we need to hit all that again. Oh, did that not increase his morale? It did not. Oh, I thought it did. Oh, well. Well, I got one thing of fishing that I can do today, so why not use that bait? Before we end off this endgame week. Yes, I would like to go fishing. Oh! I don't know I got all these pond snails. Okay. Alright, and with that, that's this week over with, and I think the other ones are just going to be quickly going through. Unless I can always do a battle. Anyways, let's instruct manually. So we can teach 4 people today, and again, Anna's now part of the group, so we can teach her as well. Let's get you involved. I have a thing for doesn't it hurt to learn magic? It's just the only class that I really have for actually using his magic would be later down the line. So I think I'll hold off on that for right now. Or yeah, go ahead, why not? Praise him! Mercedes. Do I bother with... Let's get this first. Okay, because you got that. You learned fire magic, that's good. Get praised. There we go. Sure, why not? Maybe you can learn something good from the bow skill. I mean, you're maxed out of motivation, that's fine. You're using magic anyways, and net.
Thanks for your
And
time.
there we go, D+ to C. We got Cutting Gale. I want to say that's essentially level 2 wind magic, so that's good. She has more attacks to use. Who to finish things off? How about Felix? You can go for some extra sword skills, or actual... Forgot you were actually going to reasoning a little bit. I think I'll stick with these two on the stable duty. As for goals... maybe I'll change you to be axes instead of swords. Yeah, because you already had a D in swords. So I'll make him the axe user and you the sword user. You can stick with that then. Okay, no, that actually works out then. Begin the lecture.
I'd like to ask you something.
Oh, what's up? Art has never been my forte. Even when I apply myself and sketch a ton, I don't seem to improve much. I can envision an image so perfectly in my head, but turning it into something physical that I feel good about eludes me. Don't worry about the end result, just keep practicing. Imperfection in an art piece adds to the charm. Focus more frivolity and diligent. Imperfection adds charm.
Really?
I'm sorry, that's not the answer you wanted to hear. Professor. So you want to go from Reason Face to Reason to excel the Warlock. My passion has always been sorcery. With that passion and some more time studying Reason, I can be a powerful magic user. I'll say yes. No, okay. I was wondering if that would change, like, make her happier. Oh well, it didn't. Here you go, Anne. And it is Lowe's birthday.
Thank you.
So, Your Highness, you're gonna keep the scolding to a minimum.
Why are you assuming you will be scolded?
Yeah. Professor.
You are quick to tire out, so...
Hey, level up.
Good to go.
He says as he's on the ground.
That worked out well.
Knight Kneeler! So that's a combat art that is useful in fighting off knights, aka the horseback units.
I've deepened my understanding.
Helm Splitter, that's an attack that I want to say is good against armored foes.
I've got it.
Curve Shot, so if you use a bow. And yeah, if you move over to the next week. So, we could either go back to the exploring to essentially, just increase morale and whatnot. Or we can go do a battle. Or we can do a seminar. But I'm ending this one right now, so... I'm thinking maybe a battle? And then maybe going back to explore the monastery to get some extra... motivation and whatnot increased for the students. Yeah, I think that'll be our goal. Because we got 3 weeks, so we can do battle, explore, and then, or maybe battle, explore, something of that nature, you know. Either way, I guess we can end this off with support between Dedu and Felix.
Hold a moment, dog.
Are you speaking to me?
I don't see anyone else here, do you? You're that boar's lapdog.
Do not mock His Highness.
Spoken like a good pet. Why do you follow him with such devotion? Do you really think a man like that is worth it?
Fargus destroyed my homeland. Burned it all to the ground. Slaughtered my people.
The punishment of Duscur.
My father, my mother, my sibling, all were killed. We received no aid, no respite. Fargus murdered our dignity and torched our pride. His Highness is different. He is the only one who sees my people as human. He risked his life to save mine, and it is thanks to him that I no longer wish for death.
That's what we call blind obedience. Tell me, would you give your life for him?
Yes.
And what if he commanded you to join him in a senseless massacre?
I would do it.
Even a massacre of children, or the elderly, or your own comrades?
Without hesitation. You have misunderstood me. I am the sword and shield of His Highness. Weapons do not have a will of their own.
Blind obedience. You're right. I did misunderstand. I shouldn't have called you a lapdog. You're a rabid cur. You and the Boar Prince make quite a team. Two crazed animals.
I warned you not to mock His Highness. I am aware you have a history of friendship with him, but one more word.
I've said my piece. Scamper back to your master.